What's good, y'all? It's your boy Prince, and we are back with another banger video, man. Another dose of mindset, motivation, inspiration, lifestyle. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the things that I did. I'm going to be going through with you guys some of the things that I did to go from being a loser, unconfident, unmotivated loser to a motivated, confident, enthusiastic leader. Now, before I get into this video, first I want to define what, in my opinion, would be somebody who's considered to be a loser. A loser is going to be anybody who doesn't have a goal for their life, or they have a goal for their life, but they're not doing anything to move closer to that goal. They're not doing anything to actually pursue that goal and get closer to the things in life that they want. On the other end, a winner is somebody who has a clear, defined goal for their life, and they are actually doing the work necessary to move towards that goal. Even if you haven't made it to that point yet, you are a winner if you have learned how to move towards your goals, towards the things that you want, so that you can live the life that you want, man. I know a lot of us, we don't live the life that we want, but the most important thing is that we're working on moving towards that, working on becoming the person that's necessary in order to live the life that we want, man. So, I would say, man, so let me just give you all a little bit of background about myself. I used to be out of shape, unmotivated, unconfident. I would let people walk all over me. I would just do what I could to please others, never thought about myself, and let people take advantage of me. You know, was aware that people were taking advantage of me, let people take advantage of me, you know, didn't have anything intelligent to say, didn't have anything important to say. And the things that I'm going to go over with you, the different adjustments I made into my life and the different things that I implemented into my life helped me to shift and adapt into being a person who spoke with wisdom, said things people wanted to say, influenced others, you know, got to a point where I became a leader. And now people respect me enough to not only listen to what I'm saying, but take what I'm saying and apply it, take what I'm saying and implement things into their life. And so, you know, that is the most important. I want to help you guys become more confident. Leadership isn't just about telling somebody else what to do. Leadership is, number one, about leading yourself. And that's what we're going to talk about today. You know, how to go from being a loser to how you can be a leader, and more importantly, leading yourself. So we got a couple of things I want to go through. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video to anybody who needs help going from being a loser to being a leader. So let's get right into this video. All right. The first thing, number one, is I want you to question your beliefs. What you got to understand is that the only reason you are where you are right now is because of your thoughts. Your thoughts are consistent because of the things that you believe. Your thoughts produce your actions, and your actions produce your results. So ultimately, if you want to change your results in life, you have to change your thoughts, you have to change your beliefs. So when I first got into personal development a little over 5 years ago, one of the first things I did was I learned to question everything I've been taught. See, what you got to understand is that everything that you know is a collection of things that you've been taught. They're not even yours. You've picked up everything you learned from your mom, your dad, your friends, your teachers, and different people around you. Whether you realize it or not, everything that you have inside of you, unless you've really been working on creating your own beliefs, everything that you have inside of you is a collection of everything that you've gotten from everybody else. So the first thing you need to do is question your beliefs. When you have a thought, when you have a belief, right, something you stand firm on, like, yeah, this is how I feel about this, ask yourself, where did I get that from? Ask yourself, why do I feel so strongly about this thing? And what you'll come to realize is that somebody else told you and you just believed them. And so what you need to do is you need to start to create your own beliefs. You need to not just accept the beliefs that everyone else has given you, and you need to start to create your own beliefs. But you cannot start to create your own beliefs until you question and analyze the beliefs you already had. So that's one of the first things. For example, right, let's just take some common things that people say. People say you have to go to college. People say, let's just take that one. Let's just stick right there. My parents always told me, oh, you got to go to college. Amir, I want you to go to college. Amir, I want you to go to college. You need to go to college. You need to go to college. And, you know, at first, I didn't understand. I was just like, all right, shit, I guess I need to graduate. I guess I need to go to college. And when I started questioning my beliefs, I came to realize that The only reason I was even thinking about college is because it was what my parents told me. And one day my mom said, Amir, you need to go to college. And I said, why, Mom? And she responded and said, because it'll be good for you. It's gonna help you. Now, my mom did not go to college, okay? My dad went to college, but he dropped out. So respectfully, I asked my mom, how do you know that college is gonna help me if you didn't go? And the truth of the matter is, she was telling me her belief based off a belief that she got from somewhere else, right? There are multiple things like this that, you know, another one, for example, is treat other people how you want to be treated. I had to question this. You know, I used to say, yeah, man, you got to treat people how you want to be treated. And then I had to question it. Where did I get that from? Is that actually true? And I said, I don't think personally I actually believe that. I actually personally believe that you should treat people how they want to be treated, not how you want to be treated. What good is it? Think about how selfish it is to treat people how you want to be treated. Does that not sound selfish? You tell me if that sounds selfish or not. To me, that sounds selfish. I don't believe in treating people how you want to be treated. I believe in treating people how they want to be treated so you can get the best result out of them. But that's another topic for another day. I'm actually gonna make a whole video over things that people say that are not true. So number one is gonna be question your beliefs. You have to create your own beliefs. You have to change your beliefs, but you can't change your beliefs and create new beliefs if you don't question the ones that you already have, because there's a whole lot of beliefs inside of you right now that did not come from you. The next thing, this is super duper important. This might be the most important on the list. You need to change your environment. You need to change your environment. 9 times out of 10, you are simply a product of your environment, whether that be negative, whether that be positive. Now, there's negatives and positives that come from your environment, but a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, you are pulling all the negative things from your environment, and those things are impressing upon you, affecting your personality. Would you believe me if I told you that your environment is affecting your personality and you don't even realize it? It is. Trust me, it is. You need to learn how to change your environment, okay? And here's what I mean when I say change your environment. 2 things. You have to change your internal environment, and then you have to change your external environment. What do I mean by change your internal environment? Same thing with questioning your beliefs and changing your beliefs, creating your own. You have to change what you think about. You have to change the subject matter that goes on in here. I'm going to tell you 2 of the fastest ways to change what it is that you're thinking about. Number 1, change what you hear. A lot of times we wake up and we're around people who are just yapping a whole bunch of fucking nonsense. Yap, 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 yap. Negativity, negativity. Gossip, gossip. Complain, complain. Blame, blame. Justify. No way. What I need you to do is I need you to start putting positive things into your mind. I need you to start listening to seminars. I need you to start saying affirmations out loud, speaking the things that you like, that you want over your life, right? Because the voice that you trust the most is your own voice. So start recording yourself saying positive things. I am wealthy. I am a millionaire. I am healthy. Record yourself saying these things and listen to it, right? Listen to motivational speeches. Try different people. Eventually you'll come across somebody you like and you can listen to that material. But you need to fight all the negativity in your world by putting positive thoughts inside your mind. So you need to change what you hear, and then you need to change what you see. Change what you see. This can be as simple as choosing the right coffee shop, right? Choosing the right library. This can be as simple as, you know, taking a different route to work that you drive, just so you're driving past more opulent things. You know, I caught the bus to where I'm at today. On my bus ride, I drove past it. The bus went past the Aston Martin dealership. The bus went past the Mercedes-Benz dealership, the Lotus dealership. So even while I'm on the bus, I'm seeing prosperous things, right? That also has to do with the people that you're around. The people that you're around is affecting what you see and what you hear. So you need to be around the right people. Ultimately, again, you need to change your environment. You have to change the thoughts that are going on inside your mind. You need to change what you see. You need to change what you hear, and then you can change your physical environment. You can change things around you. You can put different things around you, put more prosperous things around you. You know what I'm saying? You could, I keep a collection of die-cast metal supercars, right? Mini Lamborghini, mini McLaren. To me, it's not a mini Lamborghini. It's not a mini McLaren. To me, I got a McLaren. I got multiple Lamborghinis. I got multiple Lotuses. And nobody can convince me that these are not real and that these are not my cars. So it is very important to start to change your environment. Have a vision board. Put the vision board up. Write down the goals that you have and stick them on the mirror, someplace where you're going to see them every single day. These are the things that you need to do to start to change your mental environment. You could change your mental environment by changing what you see and changing what you hear. Please, family, do not let that go over your head. Change what you see and change what you hear, and you will start to change your internal environment and your external environment. All right. Number 3. The third thing that I did that started to move my life in a different direction is mentorship. I cannot stress the importance of mentorship. In life, we only learn 2 ways. Now, if you got another way that I haven't discovered yet, you let me know in the comments below. But I have discovered so far that we only learn 2 ways. Number 1, we learn from our own experience. And the problem with learning from our own experience is that it takes too long. You only learn through trial and error, and that simply takes too long, family. You don't want to just learn from making mistakes. You want to be able to learn so that you don't make the mistakes. Then you will save yourself time, energy, and money. The other way that you learn is learning from other people's experience. Learning from other people's experience. Getting in contact with the people who have already been through the things that you've been through, or already been through the things that you haven't been through, and they can tell you what to do and what not to do. Now, you don't want to make anybody your mentor. You don't want to just trust anybody to guide you in life. You want to choose your mentor. So keep that in mind. Choose your mentor. You don't want to accept anybody as your mentor. You want to choose the person that you follow. You want to choose a person who is in alignment with you, the morals, principles, and values that you have, and they actually have the results in life that you're looking for. If you can find a good mentor, you will save yourself so much time, energy, and money, because they'll be able to teach you the steps. They'll be able to inform you of the mistakes they made before you ever make them. Man, mentorship, hands down, changed my life. When I was about 17 years old, I got access to my first group of real mentors, people who actually had the success that I wanted in life, and I was able to learn from them, and I was able to adopt some of the different mindsets that they had. And that's actually what caused me to question my beliefs, because a lot of the things that I was hearing from everybody around me was the complete opposite of everything I was hearing from my mentors. And then I had to ask myself, I said, damn, my mentors, they have the results in life that I want. These people around me, they don't have the results in life that I want. I would much rather listen to my mentors than listen to all these people around me that are telling me what to do. So it's super important to get mentors. It's super important to find people that could teach you based off their own experiences. Another way you can get mentors is you can get mentors that aren't actually your mentor, right? I call it a paper mentor, which is reading a book. A paper mentor, a digital mentor, which is watching a video, right? Find people to study, find people to follow, find people to go in the same path. It's 2025, finna be 2026. Man, the resources are endless. You can go on YouTube and you can find somebody and you can listen to their teachings about life and philosophy and their personal philosophy, right? A couple of people who I personally listen to: Jim Rohn, amazing speaker; Bob Proctor, amazing speaker; Eric Thomas, amazing speaker; Les Brown. These are people who I have taken some of their philosophies and I have applied them to my life, and I have seen amazing changes. So that is so important. You want to find mentors and find people to teach you so that you don't make the mistakes that they made, and so that you're not only learning through trial and error. The next thing I did, the next thing that I applied to my life to go from being a loser to a leader, this is majorly important. This is kind of a collection of everything that I already said, but this is super duper important. You want to prioritize 2 different things. You want to prioritize 2 different things in your day-to-day life. Every single day, these 2 things should be getting done. I call them PDAs and IPAs. PDAs are personal development activities. IPAs are income producing activities. One of the major factors from you going to a loser to a leader is having something that you're working on that produces a profit. Yes, having something that you're working on that produces a profit. Now, a lot of y'all might look at this video and say, oh, Prince, well, I have a job. That makes a profit. That doesn't make a profit. That's a wage. Somebody gave you that wage. Now, let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but there is something wrong with only having a job. Why is that? Because one stream of income is far too close to zero. If you get fired or you get laid off or you get injured and you only have this one stream of income, bro, you're cooked. You're beat. You're corned beef now. You're ham sandwich. Because now you have no stream of income. Now you have no money. This is going to crush your confidence. It's going to crush your bank account. And it's going to affect you in more areas than you could even imagine. All right, so you need to make sure that you're doing IPAs. You need to be learning about new businesses. You need to be learning about investing. You need to be buying a product and selling it for a higher price. You need to be networking and finding new clients. Income producing activities. And the other one is personal development activities. Things that actually help you evolve as a person. That's reading, that's meditating, and that's going to the gym. Let me tell you something. No, that third one, going to the gym, taking care of your physical health, can make or break your success. Because taking care of your physical health is a direct reflection of your mindset. It is a direct reflection of how much you actually care about yourself. Believe it or not, if you're not taking care of your body, if you're not taking care of your health, then that just means you're not taking care of your mind, you're not taking care of your bank account. I can almost guarantee that in some area you're lacking, because you want to make sure that you are developing. When I talk about personal development activities, I want you to be prioritizing personal development activities in these three areas: mental, physical, and financial wellness. You need to be acting personal development activities. You need to be applying personal development activities to your life mentally, physically, and spiritually. All right. And then on the other end, financially, is going to be those income producing activities. Learning about a new business, investing in a new business, and actually acting upon the opportunities that take place in a new business. Guys, it is 2025. Going into 2026, there are countless ways and countless opportunities available for you, so that you can make a profit, so that you can put more money in your bank account, man. And we gotta get to that motherfucking bag. Do you feel me? All right. So the last thing, and maybe the most important of how you go from a loser to a leader, the different things that you need to do, I call it the self-confidence formula. You absolutely 1000% need to increase your confidence if you're going to become a leader. If you want people to be attracted to you, if you want to be able to influence and impact people, you're going to have the right attitude, and you cannot have the right attitude if you are not confident. So you might be saying, oh, Prince, well, how do I build my confidence? Oh, Prince, well, I don't know. I can do all that other stuff. I can question my beliefs. I can change my environment, but I don't know how to be more confident. It's okay. I got you. I'm going to give you guys the self-confidence formula. If you can practice these three things, and it doesn't take any physical work, this is all going to happen inside your mind. If you can practice these three things every single day, I guarantee you will start to build unshakable confidence, immovable confidence. All right. And if you want a whole video on my self-confidence formula, drop in the comments below. We need that, and I will give y'all a whole video with my self-confidence formula. So here's my self-confidence formula. The self-confidence formula is a combination of gratitude, enthusiasm, and optimism. I'm gonna go through those really quickly. Number one, gratitude. Being grateful for what you have. Bro, you can't be sitting up complaining about all the shit that you got. You can't be sitting up complaining about everything that you have, bro. This is your life. You can't be sitting up complaining about your life every day. Your circumstances, your clothes, your shoes, your car. Bro, these are your things, and you are actually blessed to have them. You cannot be complaining about these things every day. You need to be grateful. God does not give a man more than what he already has until he is first grateful for it. Bro, you got to learn to love, appreciate, and embrace all the things you got right now before you can ever expect to be blessed with anything more. Before you can ever expect to be blessed with anything more, you got to learn to be grateful for what you got right now. Number 2, optimism. Optimism is just expecting the best, hoping for the best, right? You're either an optimist or you're a pessimist. A pessimist is somebody who's always looking for the bad in things, always looking for the negative in things, always assumes it's not going to work out rather than assume it's going to work out. If you can flip that over to optimism, it will drastically change your life. Believing that everything I do, I'm a win. You don't believe you're gonna lose. You don't even think about a loss until the loss presents itself. You don't even think about a loss, bro. I'm not thinking about when I pull up to hoop. When I pull up to hoop, do you think I'm gonna step on the court and say, "Oh man, I might lose"? No, nigga. I step on the court and I say, "I am going to win." Because that is optimism. Optimism is believing that the positive result is going to be the one that you have. Expecting the best. And when you expect the best, that's what you tend to get. The best. When you expect to win, that's what you tend to do. You tend to win. All right, so practice optimism. Look for the positives in every situation. Expect the best result out of every situation until life gives you a reason not to, not beforehand. Don't expect to lose. Don't look forward to losing. All I look forward to doing is winning and achieving and accomplishing every day. All right. And last but not least, enthusiasm. Those things you want, those things you want to do, you gotta put some excitement towards it. You gotta put some energy towards it. You gotta get happy about what you want. You gotta get you gotta put that energy on the things that you want. Enthusiasm. Right? Let's take the basketball court for example. When I go to the court and I think about how I know I'm gonna win, when I think about that optimism that comes with winning that basketball game, I get excited. I say, yes, sir, let's win. Yes, sir, we finna cook. Because what you gonna do, you gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna win. And be all lame about it, be all sapsucker energy about it? No. So everything that you apply your optimism to, as soon as you have an optimistic thought, you gotta get excited. You gotta put some energy behind those thoughts, right? So again, gratitude. Be grateful for everything that you have. Then you gotta be grateful. Look, let me show you how all these tie into each other. Gratitude, optimism, enthusiasm. I already told you how the enthusiasm is gonna tie into your optimism. But not only do you have to be grateful for what you have, you have to be grateful for what you're optimistic about. You have to be grateful for different things that have happened to you before they even happen. That's how you really be optimistic. You really optimistic when you say, damn, not only do I expect the best, but I'm already expressing gratitude for receiving the best. Hold on, you didn't catch that. When you have an optimistic thought and you expect the best, not only do you expect the best, but you express gratitude for receiving the best which you have already accepted. If that doesn't get you enthusiastic, I don't know what will. So see how it ties together, right? You express the optimism, so you're grateful for what you already have. Then you expect the best in what you want. Then after you expect the best in what you want, you express gratitude for receiving it. The gratitude will lead to enthusiasm. You get excited about that shit. And now you're good. Family, if you can mix together your gratitude, your optimism, and your enthusiasm on a daily basis, it will start to bring more confidence and more belief in every single thing that you do. Everything that you do and everything about yourself. Be grateful for yourself. Be optimistic about yourself and be enthusiastic about yourself. And that is going to start to build and create unshakable confidence for you. It's going to start to evolve you into having an attractive attitude and attractive energy, and people will look to you and say, damn, how does he feel like that every day? Damn, how does he walk around just with that energy? And that energy is going to come from confidence, and that's why people are going to consider you a leader. People are going to consider you a winner and a leader, and not a low down, unmotivated, sap sucking loser. All right, family. So, quick recap, because that is all I have for you today. That is the outline of going from a loser to a leader. Those are the steps. Those are the things that I did. Those are the things that you can do in order to start to transform your life and go from being a loser, being somebody people don't listen to, being somebody people walk over, to being a leader, being somebody who impacts people, being somebody who inspires and motivates others. So let's go through a quick recap. Number 1, question your beliefs. Understand that you need to create your own beliefs, because everything that you have inside of you, it did not come from you. It came from somebody else. So you need to truly question and decide if that's something you want to believe or if that's something you want to replace with your own personal belief. Number 2, change your environment. Change the things that you see and change the things that you hear, internally and externally. Number 3, mentorship. Find mentors. Find good friends. Be around good people. Get away from the people who are unmotivated. If you want to be a winner, you got to get around more winners. You got to get away from the losers. And then you need to find mentors. You need to find people who are winning so they can teach you how to be a winner. Number 4, prioritize personal development activities and income producing activities. The 3 areas of personal development I want you to focus on: mental, physical, and spiritual wellness. And then the IPAs is going to cover the financial wellness, income producing activities, learning about a new business, investing in new business, and taking advantage of the opportunities that present themselves in that new business. And number 5, last but not least, the self-confidence formula, the surefire way that you will build unshakable confidence and create a winning attitude through gratitude, optimism, and enthusiasm. When you blend all those together, you will have more belief in yourself and more belief in everything that happens outside of yourself, family. So that is it for today's video, man. In this video, I talked to you about how you're gonna go from being a loser, somebody people don't listen to, somebody people don't care about, to being a leader, somebody who walks in the room and people say, who's that guy? I need to know who that is. Somebody who, when you talk, they listen, and not only do they listen, but they actually apply what you say. Okay? So I want to thank you all very, very much for being here. I really hope that this video could help you today. Make sure, again, that you like, comment, subscribe, and please share this video to somebody who you feel like it will help. If you and your friends feel like you've been acting like losers and you're ready to take your life to the next level, send them this video, watch it together. Each one teach one, family. That's the best way to learn, is by teaching somebody else what you learn. Take notes on this video, run it back, take notes on this video. Remember that note takers are money makers. I love y'all very much. I am grateful, blessed, and thankful to be able to be here with you guys. I do it for y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. I love y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy Prince. It's nothing bigger than the we out.